There are many different ways to buy Bitcoin, but the cheapest and fastest way to buy Bitcoin with cash is with a coin flip Bitcoin ATM. Coin flip ATMs allow anyone to buy Bitcoin with the lowest fees and within just a few steps. Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm one of the hundreds of store owners who partner with CoinFlip. In this convenient store, we host a CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM. We earn passive income, more foot traffic, and we get free advertising done by the CoinFlip team. Getting the ATM was easy. We just contact the CoinFlip team at info@coinflip.tech, and they handle everything with no cost to the store owner. This includes installation, maintenance, marketing, and even 24/7 customer service. We just provide a small space within the store. To get your own CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM and join the monetary revolution, contact CoinFlip today. info@coinflip.tech or fill out the form at request.coinflip.tech. 773-800-0106.
And we're live, bro. How goes it?
Hey.
Let me know how the audio sounds, guys. If you're watching live, let me know if I'm too loud or Ben is not loud enough. Everything looks good on my end. Just, be vocal in the chat. I see you there. Scott, how goes it, bro? Appreciate you tuning in. Jose, Smart Digital Payments. DJ Me, Popsicle. Everybody share this out. Tag a friend. Spam your grandparents' DMs. Just link them all. I'm here with Ben, and we're talking about Charged.fi. Charged.fi. Dude, he said some shit right before we went live, guys, and I'm like, I think we just talked for like 20 minutes before we should have been. I'm just like in awe of this. So let's start at the beginning, and then we'll catch them up before we went live with before our conversation. But Ben, how goes it? Who are you? How did you get into crypto? And what are you doing with Charged.fi?
Awesome. Yeah. Well, thanks for having me on today. I really appreciate it. My name's Ben Lakoff. I'm an American. I'm back in the U.S. after nearly 9 years abroad. So
welcome
weird
home.
Time to move back, but it is what it is. So I'm out here in L.A. And actually, if there's anybody listening from L.A., we're still running the Crypto Mondays meetup in L.A. In person. Outdoor dining and all of these things are closed, so we meet under a tree in a park. It gets really weird because it gets dark super early, but we've got a good little group of people that show up, and it's nice to have that
Gaston Cruz still pop in on those? I remember he used to go to them quite frequently.
It's quite small these days. Like, honestly, everybody I talk to, it basically responds with, "You're still meeting right now? Like, everything's closed. What's going on?"
Yeah, dude, I wish. Yeah. We do a Philadelphia one, actually. It's kind of hidden right there. Ah, there it is. Philly Crypto John. And we try to do physical IRL meetups still. They're secret, but we kind of like DM, we'll tell you where to go. Like, but yeah, we got a venue. Like, let's meet up.
It's nice. I mean, at least I'm a social creature, so I like to be in and you get Zoom fatigue. It's nice, these virtual worlds and communities that we play in, but I like seeing people, even if it's with a mask and 6 feet away and being all weird.
There's still something about that energy for sure, man.
Yeah. So my background is in finance, traditional finance, so corporate finance, mergers and acquisitions, private equity, and then I got into crypto via angel investing. Actually, I was living in Bangkok and angel invested in a Thai crypto exchange. So this was late 2016, and then started down the rabbit hole as you do. I'd always dismissed crypto in general, I guess. And then started a trading company in 2017. It was called Intelligent Trading Foundation. And we actually did an ICO in September of 2017. So right in the speculative fervor of all of it. Scaled that team to 12, had about 25,000 traders using our different products and platforms. Unfortunately, the bear market was not too friendly to us, and we closed that business in mid last 2019.
Man, the bear market was a blur, though. Like, I feel you there.
It was. Yeah. Well, and 2020 was a blur, right? I keep saying last year because I'm mentally not.
Yeah, I don't count it. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Can't we just get a do-over? Don't we just get a do-over at this point?
Exactly. Well, 2021 is off to a great start so far.
Great mulligan. I'm digging it.
Yeah. Is it? Yeah, so since then, been doing a bit of consulting in the space. So I worked with 2Key Network, which is an Israeli MarTech startup. Really, really cool technology disrupting the pay-per-click PPC market. So it's like referral marketing, these shareable links. Really cool. Perhaps a little early, but the tech is really awesome and quite bullish on that space. And then summer of last year, 2020, started doing the Gitcoin kernel accelerator, virtual accelerator. So highly recommended for listeners to check it out if you're interested in Web3. But it's put on by Gitcoin, and it's a great little community of builders and people interested in Web3. So it was there that I met Rob Secord, who was the creator, founder, visionary behind Charged Particles. And then we both went pretty much all in on that in October of last year, which brings us to where we are now.
All right. So yeah, bear market survivor though. Got to give you credit where credit's due. You don't let the scars show. You know, you look very optimistic and enthusiastic for somebody who's come through a bear market. But we're seeing a lot of progression happen right now that's come from that. Whether it's things that have worked or haven't worked, it's still all for the best. And I think we're gonna still see a lot of people coming out of this like, I don't know, like just tossing up those Hail Marys that people don't expect. We've innovated so much in the past 12 months, you know, it's like, it's no longer comparable. It's almost like we went from 56K dial-up bandwidth to like Fios fiber optic bandwidth in just 12 months of innovation. And to see kind of what you were just talking about earlier and what we were mentioning with where that's going in the future. I mean, let's talk a little bit about that. Like you said, something to do with like NFTs and putting coins inside them, and how like Charged is going to be doing things differently. But I think that's going to potentially set a standard eventually. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, sure. So Charged Particles, I mean, Rob has been thinking about this since late 2019. So I mean, he was at ETH conferences chatting about this, and actually built a proof of concept in Q1 of 2020, so far before this whole current DeFi and NFT craze. But the idea was inspired from gaming, trying to eliminate the whole pay-to-win mechanic of games. You know, you buy a very expensive sword and it's super powerful. So the thought was, if this sword, this in-game item could hold a value like DAI that was invested and earning some interest, and that earned interest represented the power of the sword, then you could bypass the longevity impacted the strength of those in-game items.
So like staking your NFT in your wallet to charge it up over time with its dividends of power.
Exactly. Yeah, the accrued interest.
Right.
So this was kind of the kernel that started it, and then the proof of concept was around that. But so NFTs there's tons of different types of use cases for NFTs, right? I mean, in-game items is one piece, crypto art is just another piece,
right.
But there's a lot of use cases for these non-fungible tokens. But the what Charged Particles does is we take these non-fungible tokens, NFTs, and you give them the ability to hold other ERC tokens. So that can be an ERC20 token, speculative token, LP tokens. It can even hold other NFTs. So what we were talking, it's like, hey, social token people, you have your own social token. You can now create an NFT and fill it full of kin tokens and use those for promos with your community. So pretty cool. And then we have an integration with Aave. So any sort of a token supported token. So you deposit DAI in to an NFT, it's swapped for a DAI, so the interest bearing equivalent. And then that interest is completely programmable. So if you want a portion to go back to you, the creator, I want it to go to a charity. And then the principal itself is also programmable, so configurable. So if you want to time lock it, like we were talking earlier, I mean, you could give out these NFTs filled with your social token and time lock it for, well, until the end of the video for 30 days, whatever.
So they
you
can't
want.
just dump it on the market when I give it to them.
Exactly. Yeah, so there's a lot of really cool use cases that this enables. So it's a protocol, and then we'll go live with a dApp that's specifically for crypto art. So you create your art NFT and then fill it up full of the token of your choice and program that principal and that interest.
Well, there's artists that have used, that have created their own tokens that they accept for their own art on platforms, I think like Super Rare, OpenSea or whatever, and they also accept Ethereum, but there's an incentive to pay them in their own coin because it's probably going to be cheaper to go pick up that amount from the secondary. And I think coin artist Marguerite uses Coin. And Vesa uses Vesa. So I have some Vesa. I actually do provide liquidity for Coin, and I get my LP that I then stake and get NFTs. So to see like this being able to be done inside of those NFTs with NFTs, it's just like kind of putting it all together really just makes sense after like kind of thinking about it. It's like it's more internal than the external routes that are being done, and being able to say like, here, buy this $10 piece of art with, a couple KenCoin in it, but I do accept KenCoin for my art, and if KenCoin goes up more than this NFT's art, you could, I would imagine, and we haven't gotten into that, but I would imagine you have to like burn that NFT, right? Like break that piggy bank to get those coins out. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Can you?
You can.
Shit.
You can have it that whoever owns it can withdraw it as well. So it can be locked in there that you have to destroy the art to actually reclaim the tokens
you don't
that
have
are inside
to.
of it. But you don't have to.
Oh, that's
so if
what's up.
I create this NFT filled with bin tokens and I sell it to you, you buy it, you get the bin tokens inside, assuming they're not locked or whatever.
Right. Is there a way to tell the difference now? Because I'm wondering how like people may be able to mislead somebody by saying, well, hey, I got this NFT, and he said it has coin in it, but I already took the coins out, and I'm listing the NFT now.
So this is something we're thinking through, is like front running and these sorts of things. I mean, this is the innovation of this space, right? It's like you view this NFT that has bin tokens, and we agree to buy it, and right before that confirms, I transfer out the bin tokens.
Right. Well, it's like me selling you a Toys R Us gift card, and right before you walk into Toys R Us, I went online and spent the money in the parking lot because I saw you go right in the store. Yeah.
Right.
Like, got him.
Yeah. So I mean, there's always things like this in the space. So we'll do our best to put preventative measures in place. Rob and the dev team Rob was part of the Pool Together V3 team that launched, and he's a fantastic Solidity developer. So we're always thinking about these sorts of things and testing and trying them out. And that's where the community comes in, right? I mean, we're on testnet now. So getting as many people trying to break it,
bounty program for people to come in and break it? Because I actually know somebody, shout out to 3D, my buddy Douglas. He actually made an NFT puzzle with KenCoin locked inside of it. So it is an Ethereum NFT with Bitcoin Simple Ledger Protocol KenCoin inside of it. and it's a game that you can play. It's an interactive NFT with Ken locked in.
Oh, that's fun.
And he did all this shit, bro, from his fucking smartphone.
Isn't that amazing?
If you guys are fucking hiring, I 100%. I have never recommended an on-air like applicant before, bro. But the shit that he has done, his resume can speak for itself at that point. But is there interoperability with what you're doing with Charged.fi, and is there a way to use more than just ERC20s and ERC721s? Is 1155s in the equation, or other chains as well?
1155 is in the equation.
Okay.
We'll go live on layer 1 with Ethereum. We're currently looking at layer 2, so seeing Aave, Aavegotchi, and I believe OpenSea all migrating to Matic is a pretty powerful stamp of approval. So looking hard at Matic, talking to that team, but in terms of going to like Polkadot or something like that, not in the current roadmap, but we'll follow the interests in developers and where people go, and if that's something we need to add to our roadmap down the road, we certainly will.
You probably won't even have to do too much work. There's a lot of bridges already being built by other blockchains that just want to get to Ethereum, right? Like Ethereum's like this paradise island, right? And other islands are building their own bridges to get there. Ethereum just kind of sitting and waiting for that. I think Wax right now has one. The one, Telos actually has one. There's a couple that are building those bridges just to get to Ethereum and do Ethereum things. Shit, even Bitcoin had to build a bridge to Ethereum. Now we have wrapped Bitcoin.
Well, I mean, they're incentivized to make it as easy as possible for projects like us. I mean, we're a smaller project. We're not going to spend 6 months in a full-time dev efforts to like build this bridge over. But if there was an easy path, yeah, maybe it makes sense.
I just got a Blau NFT, from the Nifty Gateway auction. There was only 175. They started at $1,000. I was lucky enough to be able to get one. So I have this NFT, and it has an audio file. It has a video file. So it's like a full NFT song for the first time auctioned, music song thing.
Oh, cool.
It has a physical block with like the sound wave like locked in it, like cool shit, but it doesn't have any Blau coin inside of it, and I'm wondering what kind of plug and play is this, right? Is this something that Nifty Gateway could just work with Charged.fi and kind of say like, hey, we kind of just want like a toggle where somebody could just be like flip, drag into the coins, or how would just that work on different places like Rarible or marketplaces that kind of want to incorporate this?
Yeah, great question. So eventually, I mean, we will pursue integrations. So ideally, perfect case scenario is, Blau, when he's minting that, just has a little option to charge it up. And via the Charge Particle protocol, he can deposit Blau tokens or, WBTC. You can put as many tokens in there as you want, and then auction it off on their platform. Alternatively, he could, right now, when we go live, we're only allowing NFTs that were minted using our minting station, just so we can control the security. So he could mint on our platform, charge up, deposit tokens, and then sell it on these third-party places like OpenSea or Super Rare.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to sell it in any
Nifty Gateway.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to sell it in any specific charged marketplace. You could still use Rarible, OpenSea, and Mintable, and all those other places.
Exactly. So yeah, that's an important thing to note, is that any charged particle, any of these particles that any of these NFTs that have other assets deposited into them, there's still an ERC 721 or 1155 normal, non-custodial, fully transferable NFT that you can sell, you can transfer, you trade, whatever.
Oh, and you
so
don't have to just
that's
put
an important distinction.
a currency inside. You can put another NFT inside of another NFT. And that
Yeah.
immediately made me think of how many Makrishka dolls can I fit inside of a Makrishka doll. Like, if I have one NFT with a bunch of Ken coin in it and then another NFT, and then I take that NFT that has one NFT plus Ken coin, and I just, like, have 10 of those, and I just start to stack them into one, like... How far can that go? Is that like an infinite stacking ability?
Well, full transparency, I haven't checked, but the whole Russian doll idea has been in my mind like the whole time.
I just want to see how far we can go. Like, let's keep stacking them. It's like...
It's true. It's true. I mean, the version that we're live on testnet with now can deposit any ERC20 token. So we're actually adding the 721, so the other NFT functionality very shortly. The code's there. We're just testing it now. So as soon as
it's going to be a race to 100 or something. Like the first person that can like really stack them, you know, because that's kind of like a legacy collectible of its own. You know, the first person who could stack like 100 NFT plus like social currency Makrishka doll on Charged. It's going to be pretty cool. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. Well, and then you have the user ability, right? So it's if I buy this Ken NFT that's filled with another Ken NFT that's filled with another Ken NFT, and each one of those Ken NFT is holding Ken tokens, it's like, how do I tell how many Kens upon Kens are stacked together here? So I mean, we have a bit of a UI UX disaster trying to show this in a way that makes sense, that people can understand, that people can properly value.
I was just gonna say, visually representing this is gonna be a nightmare. Hey, Emilio just sponsored the channel and became a bro. Thank you so much, Emilio. I appreciate that. Just got a sponsor.
Awesome. Nice.
But yeah, I was gonna say, like, you know, you're gonna have to kind of create that view portal because it's never had to exist before. I've never really had to look at how many kittens my crypto kitty was holding.
Wait, I just opened up the YouTube because I was curious and it was playing, so I lost completely. It was like you talking with a lag in this. What did you say? Sorry.
Oh, no, I was saying, like, you're going to have to create this whole new view portal because I've never had to see my crypto kitty and all the kittens it's holding. And now I kind of want to see my one, you know, Gen 0 and all its little babies. It's Gen 1s and 2s and 3s that it's kind of holding and you know, nested inside of.
Right. And I mean, it's this new building block within the NFT world. So, I mean, OpenSea and these places are ranking based on sale number. Well, if I'm buying a rather basic drawing, but it has two WBTC inside of it, like presumably the floor for that NFT is the 2 WBTC amount. So that thing's going to sell for $60-some thousand, even if you're buying it for the assets inside, and you get this scarce NFT just as like a throw-in, you know. So there's probably going to be some disruption with the current way that things are structured.
Oh, it's definitely gonna fuck shit up for a little while, that's for sure. But it's gonna be fun. Like, that's the point of all of this, right? Like, I think it's smart to keep it in its own little sandbox right now, like on the Charged.fi platform, because it could definitely get way too far out of hand. I mean, imagine, because you can make a non-burnable asset where it cannot be destroyed, and then if you were to put something inside of that, where that the parameters say that you have to destroy that asset to get them out, even though that asset it's a hurricane, you know, meeting a tornado or whatever, a rock and a hard place. Like, what do you do? So I'm wondering, are there like things that are going to be like, you know, idiot proof, where you're not going to be able to set a parameter that says if you can't, you know, if you put something in this, you have to burn it to get it out. It's not going to let me do that to myself because it knows that asset that I'm trying to lock something in is a non-destroyable, non-burnable asset.
Right. And yeah, great question. So the protocol itself has a lot more flexibility than the DApp that we're releasing. So actually, the burn, destroy to redeem function will not be live in the first DApp that we go to, because you run into a number of issues regarding, what if I have 15 different assets in this? Some of them aren't being picked up. It's like, how do you make sure that you pull out all of the assets before you destroy this NFT?
Oh.
So it's I think there's quite a bit of it's like a full customer service disaster, right? I mean, the number of people that think that they pull all their assets out and then destroy it and find out there was 5 ETH sitting in there that they didn't know about.
Oh, not even the ETH. Do you know how many people I know kind of just like threw out their private key after they moved all their Ethereum off of a MetaMask, and now like 3, 4, 5 years later, they're like, wait, I was getting airdrops. I totally threw that wallet away because I was done with it.
Yeah, it happens all the time. I mean, it happened to me. I was at DevCon, and they were Coinbase Wallet was doing some promo that like you would get some USDC and some ETH if you use their wallet. So I like downloaded it, and the private key comes up, like back it up, and I'm like, blah, blah, blah. I like click
Don't
through.
tell me what to do.
Yeah, exactly. And then just the other day, it was like, enter your private key to continue using the wallet, and I'm like, I have no idea. And of course, there was like $20-$30 in there, but it's like
I still have mine backed up as Toshi. Remember Toshi?
No.
That was the wallet Coinbase bought that's now known as Wallet.
Really?
Yeah, Toshi, like Satoshi. Yeah, that was the name of the wallet Coinbase bought out, rebranded, and used the word wallet, and now it's just like Wallet.
Yeah. I mean, it's actually a pretty slick little wallet.
Oh, for sure, but now they have like the word wallet kind of like owned.
Well, it's like Apple, right? Watch.
True.
I mean, they're going to IPO. They're going to be a big, influential company in this space.
So I like that you're starting this with social currencies and along that route of like, I would say the Peachtree Dish beta testers. Like, I would be a perfect proof of concept for utility of this, but for the much bigger scale, I'm sure users are already looking forward to like enterprise utility for something like this. This could be used for things probably from payroll to pensions, 401ks could even be used in this scenario. I'm wondering, I guess after the social token, the social experiment, which is probably I don't know if that's a good way to put it, but after that experiment, right now with social coins and NFTs and nesting with Charged, I'm wondering, is it like small businesses that might be next, like these pizza shops? Because the way I've always visioned NFTs, and I've seen nesting coming. Like there's a panel where I'm talking, or no, I keynote. I talked by myself on stage. I did that. I won at a loyalty and rewards conference in 2017. And I was telling them that they're going to use NFTs for their loyalty and rewards programs. And it sounds like what you're doing is exactly that concept of like a gift card of a service. And I mean, like, how's that roadmap look going from, me and Ken Coin with NFTs with Charge to, Papa John's and Papa Coin and NFT like gift card? What's that roadmap look like? Like, how do we get from A to B?
Yeah, well, that's a very long roadmap, I think. So the protocol itself, so this building block of turning your NFT into a basket that's able to hold other tokens, other NFTs, and all of the principal and the interest programmable. This has a ton of use cases within the financial world. So bonds represented as NFTs, e-gift cards. I mean, there's a lot of really awesome use cases, but for us, our go-to-market is crypto art and collectibles first, which is our first DApp, and really making a splash there. So not only the speculative social tokens, but these yield-bearing tokens. I mean, we have a quite nice integration with Aave that every time you put in DAI, it can be swapped for a DAI, and this interest is programmable. So the shorter term roadmap is really make a splash within the crypto art and collectible community, and then it's a protocol. So the idea of spinning up additional dApps, perhaps one more focused on a financial use case, whether that be something within bonds or gift cards. I mean, there's within crypto art. As like an umbrella, I mean, you have things like virtual geocaching, where you hide an NFT and it's accruing an interest, and as soon as you find it, you can pull out that accrued interest and rehide it for the next person or whatever. So there's a bunch of like quite fun fringe use cases that could take off in the interim.
If you guys don't know what geocaching is and like just geo hunting and all that, you're totally missing out on like a real world Easter egg hunt every day. When I had time for it, and before I got kicked off, because back in the day, I would leave like a joint or something. Like, it would just be stupid, right? And I wasn't fully thinking that kids actually play on that app. I was like, it's like, it seems like an adult only thing, right? You're walking around and
it's a treasure hunt.
Right. But I mean, I was like, who would let their kids run around in the woods like this? Like, so anyway, I got kicked off. But before I got kicked off, I'm telling you, geocaching.
No way, they actually kicked you off.
I got reported
for leaving.
Yeah, because I was the last person to engage with it. That thing, and it happened more than once, so I was like, there's a pattern.
No way. That's awesome.
I just thought it was funny, like, to kind of just do something stupid like that, like, I mean, at one point I was even thinking, this was kind of before I even got into crypto, though, I was thinking of putting movies on flash drives and leaving, like, illegal pirated movies on flash drives for people. But then I got in trouble for that, and then I kind of looked into it, and people were already getting in trouble for doing exactly that. USBs with like The Sopranos on it and putting it in like an Easter egg, plastic egg, and hiding it in geo. Yeah. Apparently they're pretty strict with their terms of service.
My brother was really
a lot of
into
fun,
geocaching. Though. Yeah.
They don't let you do crypto either. They don't let you do crypto. Nothing of monetary value, bro. Yeah, if you get caught doing private keys and stuff, they'll kick you off. I looked into all that after the fact, though, because I was like, I remember I got in trouble for that, but I was like, wonder if I can get back on and do with crypto or this or that. And I'm like, wow, they really don't let you have fun. Somebody needs to do a decentralized dApp for that. That way we don't have to worry about this, because like dead drops were so much fun, man. Stuff. I love dead drops. People were doing cool dead drops in like 2010, where they were like carving holes into brick walls and putting a USB in the wall and puttying it and like making it so it's just that little USB sticking out. So you could put your like laptop up into the wall, or like you could just put like a connector into the wall and plug it into your phone, and you could download all these movies without needing the internet. So you could file share without pirate internet. Yeah, dude, dead drops. Look up movie and TV show dead drops in your area. There's probably a USB in a telephone. Exactly, right.
I'm gonna go connect my computer to some crazy USB that's.
But I mean, doing this with NFTs though, with the transparency, and that's kind of where I wanted to get into that sketchiness though, right? Because how do I know what's in that NFT that I'm about to get? What if there's some blacklisted coins that now are gonna taint my wallet? What if there's some inappropriate content, like completely against like human morals, that are nested in something that looks, very appealing to somebody with morals? I'm just curious, like, is there privacy, or is it full transparent? Like, is there any way to kind of see what's inside that little piggy bank of charged? Like, what is it charged with? Or is there any way to actually get some privacy and say, I don't want, like, I'm using this as a private piggy bank?
Yeah. So the privacy aspect is not something that we've explored too far. But the whole, I mean, permissionless, uncensorable transactions of the blockchain, it is an issue, right? And it's there's kind of a looming storm over the whole NFT world around copyrights and trademarks and not safe for work content being uploaded to the blockchain. But this is kind of the the thing that's been happening since the early days, right? I mean, there's underage porn on the Bitcoin blockchain, so that means everybody that uses Bitcoin is a pervert. And you're like, well, I mean, yeah, it's kind of the way this thing is designed. So in terms of providing users transparency to see what's inside, that's something we definitely will do. But in terms of limiting what can be deposited inside, as long as it follows standards, it's pretty tough to censor and stop.
Oh, that's the point, though. If you could, I'd be a little bit more worried than
Right.
not. Shout out to Jim for the subscription sponsorship thing. I saw that notification pop up. Thanks, man. Much appreciated. If anybody has any questions or anything, feel free to throw them up in the air. I'm just going to sit here and, like, I'm thinking of this as, like, a piñata opportunity, too. You know, you ever play like that Christmas present game or whatever where you don't know how many layers of wrapping paper are on it, but you take one layer off and you pass it to your sibling and they take a layer off and they there would be a pretty cool game to play with this and things that I think that will be created due to just the ability, just yourselves playing around. Have you thought of any new use cases for non-fungible tokens that are practical for just like yourselves in-house that you didn't realize this is actually what I could use this on a regular basis like this?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll take this opportunity to say, any of your listeners that are interested in finding out more, you can go to charged.fi, jump in our Discord. We're always open to people throwing out crazy ideas. That the community around this thing is amazing. I mean, Rob's been building it since early 2020. So we have a lot of like really long community members that are helping shape the creativity around this thing. And we've actually published a post maybe about a month ago about like possibilities with charged particles and all the building blocks. Is your NFT is a basket. It can hold other tokens, other NFTs. These tokens can be locked. They can be programmed. They can earn interest that can be configured and programmed. So these are like the building blocks. So the things you can do with this, and we were talking about the Telos T-bonds. This was a thought that we were tossing around, is for companies that are looking to raising funds is always it's kind of an illegal gray area, right? Are you selling security tokens, whatever? But the thought of selling NFTs that are filled with your governance token as a way of like raising capital is somewhat interesting, and then you can put locks on these things. So
right, I could sell Ken.
Vesting.
I could sell Ken today for a 50% discount because I locked it for 5 years in some charged NFTs. So I know Ken's trading for 5 cents right now, and if somebody wanted to grab $1,000 worth, I could give it to them for $500, but it would be locked for a couple years, but they'd be getting a decent discount at least at today's value.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
If either way, I guess if I keep becoming more and more popular, maybe it becomes worth something. And if I have my Elvis Presley moment, maybe it goes parabolic because I'm like the first Picasso of crypto Twitter.
Yeah, well, let's do that. Let's say 1st of March. Let's create. We have some artists we're working with. We'll create some NFTs that are kin themed, and we'll fill them up with some kin token, lock them up for some time, and sell them on the Charged Particles website.
You'd have to work with 3D Douglas for me, man. I have to introduce you to him because, yeah, he's a Ken whale. I hooked him up with a bunch of Ken coin because he made that functional game. And once you see all this, bro, you're gonna be like, all right, I hired him. He's on the team. I will be working and promoting Charged just because you hired that guy.
Perfect.
But I'm hyped. I'm hyped to do something like this because I do sell Ken. I use Memo Cash. Exchange, and people buy it for about a nickel a Ken, and it's just cool to be able to say like, all right, I could like put my currencies and NFTs together, and I just want to be that proof of concept for somebody like Mr. Beast and be like, bro, like, this is how you can be doing it so much differently. Like, imagine airdropping your first NFT to all of your fans, and now anybody that wants a Mr. Beast NFT is going to have to buy it from what your fans are willing to sell them for.
Yeah. Well, you're in. So I have that guy DM me on Twitter or Telegram.
My chat,
or,
you can see Emilio, Scott, DJ. Yeah, exactly. They know.
We've got some artists that are interested, probably, right?
Yeah, this is going to be awesome. I like the concept because this is what I've been waiting for, man. Like, I want to see, like, you know, Starbucks have an NFT membership, and I can get or it probably would be called Bucks. That's how they roll, right? So let's just, they'll call it Bucks coin. So I'm gonna have my Starbucks, you know, NFT in my MetaMask wallet. I'll probably have an X amount of Bucks coin that's probably gonna be locked up. But because I bought, like, say I'm buying a 2-year gift card now, so I can't use this gift card for 2 years. But I gave them $500 and they're giving me $1,000 in the next, you know, when I can use it in 2 years. And then until then, since I'm holding it, like, there's an incentive, like you said with the sword, right? Don't keep trading it. You want it to charge up. Now, if I stay a Starbucks member holder for the full 2 years, I'm probably getting dropped some more bucks each month and more each month on top of that because I'm compound hodling.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then even take that a little bit further so that the value of that e-gift card, if you invest that idle cash and it's earning a little yield through some of these borrowing and lending protocols, and even if a portion of that went back to the creator, Starbucks, you know, there's a thing called breakage. So when somebody loses their gift cards, I do it all the time, right? Like, my parents give me a Bass Pro Shop gift card for Christmas. And you're like, what? I don't even know where a Bass Pro Shop is, but, like, I know they probably have stuff I'd like. And then I lose it. That's called breakage. So it's great for Bass Pro Shop because they got the revenue up front. But if that balance was invested in earning a little interest, a portion's going to me, so that gift card's growing, portion's going back to the issuer, so they're happy. If I lose it, they get this annuity payment into perpetuity of, like, a little bit of interest every year. So there's a lot of...
There's a huge incentive on that because there was laws recently written to where they have to actually rebalance their books based on how much money's still floating on the gift cards balance sheets. I think they actually have 1 year or so to do it now.
I mean, Starbucks, what's their revenue?
They used to be able to do a lot of cool shit with that money, though, right? If they sold gift cards and you lost them, that was their money. They were allowed to play with it. Now you're able to call them and say, hey, look, I lost my gift card, you know, like, I want my money. And now they kind of have to work with people on that. So,
really?
Yeah, they changed the law around gift cards. That's why when I spoke at that conference I was speaking at, I knew my demographic audience because I know loyalty and rewards programs, minimum 6 figures for anybody to start it, period. If you're like a small deli or a mom and pop pizza store, the cheapest loyalty points and rewards program that you can get is a 6-figure out of business pocket deal.
Wow.
It's fucked up. It's completely extortional.
It is interesting. Well, there's tons of potential there, and that to disrupt that space, right?
Exactly. And I think that's where this is really, for me, that's why I get excited, because now I can go to a small mom and pop shop. And I mean, dude, it never made sense to accept Bitcoin, because then they're just going to have to sell it for cash to pay for their rent. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they don't use Bitcoin. Why would they accept it? Nobody else is accepting it. But they could now be incentivized to incentivize people to accept their own coins. You know, like, they can create their own they can be their own Satoshis at like, being your own bank was an individual level. Now it's hitting corporate levels. We're going to be your own bank at a corporate level. Corporations will be their own banks. They will be their own Satoshis. They'll create their own currencies and provide their own utilities. And with NFT and DeFi coming in, they'll be having their own liquidity and staking and DEXs. They're creating their own economies under their own umbrellas, and they'll all overlap with interoperability and other DEXs and things that pull them all together. But imagine just being a small pizza shop, and that's exactly what a loyalty points or gift card is printing your own money. Like, oh, if I could only sell 1,000 gift cards this year, we could do something for the employees, because now we have money in advance and we didn't have to give up any goods and services at that time. If they could just print money like I'm printing NFTs on Atomic Hub, they would just revolutionize the way we do business with each other. Everybody would be printing their own money and bartering with it. Everybody should buy each other's NFT, buy each other's shitcoin, provide liquidity to each other. We could rise the tides together by just like throwing a rope to each other's ships while the tide is rising.
And this is social tokens, right? Like, you are the pizza company, you can issue your own currency that's used in whatever unique way that you want.
Oh, they're going to pay me in Ken to tweet about how good the pizza was, and the pizza I bought, I'll give them Ken for it, because they're going to want to use Ken to tell me to tweet about the pizza. So I'll be able to pay them in Ken.
That's awesome. I like.
Right? It's crazy. I'll be able to trade one Ken for one slice, because they're both redeemable. I could always redeem it for a slice, and they could always redeem it for a tweet.
It's got a base value of one slice of pizza.
One Ken equals one tweet. I see Emilio. Thank you, bro. I see all the Bitcoin Ken. Oh, that's the emojis. Yeah, the way it shows up on my screen, it looks like text. But I see now it's the emojis in the chat. What are some of, like, I guess the bumps in the road, you know, that you expect that you guys may have to overcome before this does go, you know, public and go to that next level? You know, what are some of those hardships that, you know, are kind of out there on that roadmap, and how do you plan on kind of overcoming them?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest one is education, right? I mean, this is novel new concept. So education for NFT buyers, understanding that, hey, this NFT holds other assets. It has a base value, intrinsic value of this. Maybe it's earning a percentage of interest, but a portion of that is going back to the artist, the creator. So, you know, it's a bit like an artist royalty, but being able to display that in a clear, concise manner. So me, the NFT buyer, knows exactly what I'm getting, exactly what the configurations are. That is going to be one of the biggest, if not the biggest, challenge we have. And then everything around that. So, I mean, if there's a way to game it, figuring out how to prevent that, and education is going to be one of the biggest ones, that's for sure. Once we cross that chasm, it's more of a, okay, so these are the building blocks that we've enabled. This is the dApp that we have, but it's a protocol. So, you know, let's go crazy and spin up other little dApps on top of this thing that tackle other problems. So e-gift cards, yeah, huge opportunity. In-game items, massive opportunity. These crazy little virtual geocaching games, yeah, perhaps could be a big opportunity. And then all of the different ones around all of these different types of NFTs. I mean, tickets can be represented as an NFT. So there's definitely something there. What about virtual land? You fill your virtual land with an asset that's
Could you imagine pumping oil into your own land?
Well, yeah, I mean,
essentially what you could do.
You could put some assets in there and that are generating interest enough to pay your property taxes or something. You know, so like there's a lot of potential around this thing.
Wow.
So it is educating the community. Well, our community knows the potential, right? But the broader crypto community, NFT community, about what's possible with this thing, and then trying to provide the tools that enable them to build some pretty fun stuff on top of charged particles.
So who's that demographic audience? Like that are you like, who's that first use case that may be able to take that over, take that off, kick that off? Is there anybody like, on your hit list of adopters that you kind of want to see utilize this to say like, hey, like, you could be a proof of concept adopter, use this is why? Who would like that main person or utility be, or I don't know what to say, project, a partnership, whatever, I don't know what the word is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody that's listening to this right now are probably early adopters, or their keywords just got mixed up and they're very confused. But we're betting that it's crypto art. Like, these people are innovating. They're creating a lot of value. They're creating. I'm incredibly bullish on digital art as like the niche or the sector. So we're betting that this is the first kind of adopters of this technology, this use case, and drive awareness to it. And then the next one, it really depends on the niche, right? I mean, if we would partner with a game that incorporates this charging aspect as one little aspect of their game, like, we don't have the expertise or the know-how to build a game that people love and care about, that charging, this NFTs with value accruing interest could be a small part of it. So partnering with somebody like that to integrate would be really freaking cool. But early adopters are NFT creators, crypto artists.
Hey guys, if you're listening in the chat, what do you guys think of Alien Worlds partnering up with these guys? Because it seems very symbiotic, like what's the word I'm looking for? It's just damn, there's I can't think of the word, dude. It's just perfect. It just seems so perfect. Like, it's almost along the words of like Sublime or something like that. It's going to be right on the tip of my tongue now. But anyway, Alien Worlds, they have these land NFTs, and people can mine on their land and generate revenue from mining, and they have like, pickaxe, all these. It just seems like that to me would be like, if you're listening, Michael Yates, Alien Worlds and Charged just seems like it would make sense to me as far as like the gaming aspect goes. Emilio, let me know what you think, bro. I know you're in the chat. I think gaming is going to be good for this, and entertainment, man. I think this is how we're going to be able to get movies and seasons 1s and seasons 2, and like how you mentioned the game. Yeah. Well, that and the gamification of incentivizing long-term holding, right? Like, people are. I'm tired of fucking arguing with people that are like, why would I buy something if I can download it for free? You're like, you're right. If they don't give me a fucking reason to buy it, I'm probably going to steal it. That's just ipso facto, whatever. But if I'm getting an NFT from Paramount because Star Wars just came out as a fucking NFT movie, right? Now, if I hold that movie until the next movie comes out, even if there's a lottery chance that I get the airdrop of the next movie for free, I'm not selling that movie. I'm not sharing that NFT. I'm not going to give that NFT up. Because the longer I hold it, the better chance I have of getting something from the company. Whether maybe I buy a Star Wars NFT and they're going to put a t-shirt in it one day. Or there is a t-shirt in it and I have to wait a year to get the t-shirt NFT out of my... I think entertainment could really kick ass with something like this. I think we've seen MP3 evolve to MP4, and the MP5 player is MetaMask, and the file is no longer a JPEG, it's an NFT. And the gamification that can come from just being able to nest things and lock things and just put things inside of things. Like, I could get an entire season of Buffy and get the whole second season half off because I held the first season for the whole year they were in production. Like, I'm basically staking money in them. I'm providing liquidity in them the longer I hold this, and they're incentivizing me not to dump it on them with frivolous rewards that they use on PBS for donations for public broadcasting.
Yeah. No, I love it. I mean, and this is the possibilities with this thing are endless, right? I had a chat. We're in the process of closing our seed round now with an investor, and he listened to the whole pitch, and he was like, "Oh, I could use this for inheritance." I was like,
Yes.
"You like what do you mean?" He's like, "Yeah, no, I can create an NFT, fill it with all of the assets for my children, time lock it until they're 18, and then discharge it to their addresses." It's like, yeah, you can. That's not the way I was imagining this thing being used. So I mean, this is the potential issue here is because there are so many use cases. You know,
That's a good point, Emilio. Super World needs this. Sorry, did not mean to cut you off. There are so many things that need to use this right now.
Right. So, but that's a benefit and also a disadvantage, right? I mean, so we're pretty hard targeting crypto art starting off, but we're always looking to work with and help and support other teams that are interested in using this technology and taking it to another niche. So something I didn't say earlier was on February 16th, this is like the public mainnet launch. We'll probably, I mean, if anybody's interested in testing it out, join our Discord and you can play around with it now. But on the 16th, we're going to do a big launch party in Crypto Voxels, which should be pretty cool. So we're having a lot of fun planning that and getting things together for that. So mark your calendars, follow us on Twitter, DeFi NFT, and we'll make sure to. Well, Ken, I'll extend an invite.
I actually just started playing with Crypto Voxels last night / this morning because I got a new laptop right here. I got the Omen. Such a badass. I don't know. It's just called Omen. I don't know. Just cool gaming. But I was on Crypto Voxels for the first time in a long time, bro. And it is so smooth. I love it. I can't wait to do.
It's so built out too.
Yes,
I can't believe
it's like
the amount
so
of
much shit
development that's happened there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so there was like Metapalooza last weekend. I forget how many people went. Actually, I haven't really heard, but like easily.
I was
over
trying to
1,000
buy a
people.
plot last night, man, and the cheapest fucking plot I can find is like 1.5 ETH. I cannot find any land for less than 1 Ethereum at all.
Well, if you do find land and build a art gallery or whatever, we'll fill it full of crazy charged art. And hell, even a portion of the resale could go to you, the host of this crypto.
I was in my Telegram
art
asking
museum.
people, I'm like, yo, does anybody got any land they want to sell me, bro? Because I thought I bought some Crypto Voxels land. But then when I went to my parcels, it never showed up. And then I did what they said with putting like the contract address for the token in for MetaMask, manually add. And I'm just not sure what happened. So I kind of like got frustrated. And whenever that was like a year ago. I was just like, all right, whatever. This user experience sucks. And then like a year later, I'm like, wait, where'd that land go? Where'd that parcel go? And now I'm like, I have no clue what I did.
It's in the computer.
It's somewhere in one of my wallets, I hope. Definitely one of them. It's just, I was just going to set it up because I got this new computer and I wanted to set up my own little Crypto Voxels thing. And then I looked at Decentraland and Sandbox, and I mean, damn, all of them on average, their land is just insane now.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I mean, look, the metaverse is going to be a thing.
It's going to be a 1%er world, though. That's what's happening already. It's already a virtual world for all the virtual rich kids.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it maybe it's an investment, right? You buy this piece of land for 1 ETH. You build up.
If you can get 1 ETH, though, why isn't there like a sidewalk I can buy for like 0.01 ETH? I just need a fucking sidewalk, just a little block that I could put like a stop sign on.
Yeah.
we need
sign.
slivers. Yeah, we need slivers of land, man, for the little guys. Emilio says, talk to Vesa. He has the Giza pyramid. I know he has the pyramid, bro. It's Vesa. I know. I can't be asking Vesa, though, because Vesa's too nice. He'll end up fucking giving me something. I can't take that chance. Vesta's crazy, bro. I love that dude. We're going to be working together on a collaborative NFT project. Me, a lot of money. I reached out to Coin Artist, Josie, a couple people that are NFT artists to collaborate with me. And I think me and Vest has settled on a live, full nude body painting. So me completely naked, him painting my body, and that will be the NFT.
There you go.
Right? And then we could put some Ken and Vesta in it with Charged.fi, and people can grab an NFT and we can time lock it for a while, and it would be really cool, in there.
Man. We have a social token, Charge. We'll put some Charge in there. Hell,
can people create their own social token on Charged?
Not on Charge, but I mean Roll and Rally and Foundation or
I just didn't know if it was like a plugin or if it was just like bring your own social tokens.
Yeah, bring them out. Bring your own. I mean, so one of our seed round investors was the Lao, and they're investors in Roll and Rarible and some of the other ones. So I mean, it's definitely, these are integrations that we want to pursue down the road for sure.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Make it as easy as possible.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, it is about ease of use for sure, and I think you're right about the awareness and education thing being the key for like. I mean, if you could put together like a 2-minute to maybe 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I think is the most Twitter will let you kind of tweet out. But if you could like put together a 2-minute what the hell is like charged NFTs. I'll do a tweet like every single day and post it on a regular basis. Oh, all right, I see that.
Sorry.
You could have just said that, bro. I mean, we can wrap things up right now. But yeah, if you could put together like a short info video, I would love to share that out because I tweet out educational videos every single day, 5 of them. So what is Bitcoin? What is blockchain? What is crypto? What is mining? What is NFT? Every day, one of those 5 videos at a specific time automatically go out every day. They have gathered about 20,000 views on average since I started doing this. So, yeah, if you guys can put together a Charged.fi 2-minute video of like explaining this, I would love to start pushing that out, man, just like so people can see it.
On it.
And no charge. I don't fucking charge people for shit, even though it's ironically called Charged.fi.
Yeah. I know, right?
All right, guys. I'll talk to you in Telegram. Ben, I hope that you got time later. I know I kept you a little long. You have a meeting and stuff. But if you have time to jump into Telegram, I'd love to introduce you to Doug 3D and show you what he did because it's very in line with what you're doing. So it's almost like serendipity. That was the word I was looking for. Serendipitous. I knew there was a word for what I was trying to say. Words are hard, okay? All right, DJ Me Popsicle, Emilio, thank you. Appreciate it. Crypto K.O.H. How goes it, bro, bro? I see you got your, is that your 2-month or 3-month anniversary badge? Thanks for all the support, man. I appreciate you being a subscriber and a member and a supporter. If you're not in Telegram, join Telegram in the comments or in the description box. There's a link. Ben, that's Charged.fi. Shout out to the team. You guys are on the big things. I think these could change the standards of what people think when we say NFT. Right now, they just think fucking cat videos on the blockchain. And you're changing that, man. I'm proud to have you on the podcast today because I know within 1 year, we'll be seeing this as a standard because to me, it should be the standard already. It's just we haven't had these tools. Thanks again, guys. We're out. Have a day.
Awesome. I'll be in the Discord. Thanks, Ken.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
There are many different ways to buy Bitcoin, but the cheapest and fastest way to buy Bitcoin with cash is with a coin flip Bitcoin ATM. Coin flip ATMs allow anyone to buy Bitcoin with the lowest fees and within just a few steps. Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm one of the hundreds of store owners who partner with CoinFlip. In this convenient store, we host a CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM. We earn passive income, more foot traffic, and we get free advertising done by the CoinFlip team. Getting the ATM was easy. We just contact the CoinFlip team at info@coinflip.tech, and they handle everything with no cost to the store owner. This includes installation, maintenance, marketing, and even 24/7 customer service. We just provide a small space within the store. To get your own CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM and join the monetary revolution, contact CoinFlip today. info@coinflip.tech or fill out the form at request.coinflip.tech. 773-800-0106.